Tonight, the death of a Heron man has been ruled a homicide, and the Franklin County family is hoping the community will help them search for a missing loved one this weekend. Plus, many Williamson County residents have been braving the bitterly cold temperatures without heat. Also, the Carbondale Public Library is hosting a reading challenge for Black History Month. We have those stories and more now on a Thursday night edition of News 24 at 10.
Breaking news source. This is News 24 at 10.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us. We have a lot of news to get to tonight, but we begin in Heron, where the death of a Heron man has been ruled a homicide. Jeffrey D. Innes, age 50, of Heron, was found dead outside his residence this week. An investigation into his death is ongoing. If anyone has any information regarding the case, call 618-942-4132. An armed robbery suspect has pled guilty to robbing a Carbondale business. Prosecutors say Joseph Padine robbed Omar's Food Market at gunpoint in October. He's required to serve at least half of a 23-year sentence as part of a plea deal. During today's hearing, Padine told the judge he was sorry to all the people in the store that day. Jared McPike is also charged with armed robbery in this case. His jury trial is set to start next week. To continuing coverage tonight, a man from Murfreesboro will spend the rest of his life in prison for killing his parents. Judge Ralph Bloodworth sentenced Keith Richardson to 2 life sentences today, one for the death of Brenda Richardson and the other for Burl Richardson. Judge Bloodworth convicted him during a bench trial in September. Keith lived with his parents at their home in Murfreesboro, but prosecutors say a conflict developed between them because Keith was an alcoholic. The parents argued over kicking Keith out if he continued drinking, and in August 2017, prosecutors believe Keith shot and killed them both. Despite the nature of the crime, a number of family members said in written statements to the court that they forgive Richardson. They also expressed interest in having him imprisoned nearby so they can visit. State's Attorney Mike Carr noted how unique the family's forgiveness towards Richardson was. But he also argued for a life sentence as a deterrent for future crimes. Richardson apologized to his family before Judge Bloodworth sentenced him. Prior to sentencing, Richardson's lawyer filed a motion for a new trial, but the judge denied it. He has 30 days to file an appeal. A woman takes a plea deal on charges of sexually abusing a minor. Prosecutors believe Kendria Trammell of Murfreesboro had sex with a boy between the ages of 13 and 17 when she was 22. She faced 2 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse, but in exchange for pleading guilty, prosecutors dropped one of her charges. Her plea deal means she'll serve at least half of a 120-day prison sentence. She'll also be on probation for 30 months after her prison term, and she has to register as a sex offender for life. To the weather, where warmth is finally on the way. Here's Terry with the latest. All right, thanks, Terry. Turning to Buckner tonight, where a Franklin County family is hoping the community will help them search for a missing loved one this weekend. 42-year-old Alan Woolard was last seen on January 23rd near a home in Buckner. The village of Buckner has a population of less than 500 people. Woolard's cousin, Amy Williams, described him as a caring man. She tells us the two of them have an inseparable relationship. So, when Woolard didn't contact her or other family members for more than 24 hours, Williams knew something was wrong. Williams and her husband, Gary, contacted the Franklin County Sheriff's Office and filed a missing person report. They hope the community can also help them find Woolard. They will be searching for him near where they think he may have wandered off at 10 a.m. Saturday at 6th and Mine Road in Buckner. She's hopeful they'll find her missing cousin. Many Williamson County residents have been braving the bitterly cold temperatures without heat. Several local residents have had their electrical power cut on and off over the past 2 days. According to Ameren, as many as 6,500 people were without power in Williamson County both Wednesday morning and evening. Despite power coming back on overnight, many folks in Energy found themselves without power again this morning. We spoke to several residents Thursday who were forced to brave the cold inside their homes. Ameren says all of the outages have been directly linked to the extreme cold temperatures, but Wednesday's outages and Thursday's outages have separate causes. Ameren says Thursday morning's outage was much more localized and caused by a blown fuse belonging to an underground system in Energy. Every weekday morning, 5 volunteers are at Williamson County Programs on Aging, packing up hundreds of meals to deliver to seniors at their homes. One of those volunteers is Robin Maloney, who helped distribute today's 163 meals in the cold weather. Maloney's route takes her throughout the county, first stopping in Marion, then farther out. Maloney mostly has her routine memorized except for a few new stops and repeats the same process. She pulls up to each house and braces for the moment she opens the van door, quickly grabs the meal, and walks briskly to the front door for delivery. One senior on her route is Lee Turner, who's newer to the program. The Marion resident says it gives him one less thing to worry about, plus he enjoys the company. Maloney says the volunteer work is about more than just delivering a meal. Robert Childers, the organization's director, says volunteers must hand out delivery meals as part of a welfare check. They also note other issues such as the home's heating and cooling systems. For now, Maloney just enjoys making a difference in someone else's day. Childers says the 5 volunteers home deliver nearly 70,000 meals a year. He's in need of more than 15 more volunteers to help with the program. Much more local news, sports, and weather is coming up next on News 24 at 10, but first, here's a look at your national headlines. Fox News update.
In Fox News. A deal on the table. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. As the trade dispute with China continues, President Trump lays out a timeline.
President Trump meeting with the Vice Premier of China in the Oval Office, expressing optimism that the U.S. and China can work out a new trade deal before a March 1st deadline.
I think the relationship that we have right now with China has never been so advanced. I don't think it's ever been better, but I can tell you for a fact it's never been so advanced. And certainly a deal has never been so advanced.
If no trade deal can be reached before March 1st, tariffs on Chinese products exported to the U.S. would go up to 25%.
Fox's John Decker at the White House. 3 people have pled not guilty to running schemes to bring Chinese women to the U.S. to give birth to babies who would automatically become U.S. citizens. As the clock ticks on the temporary spending bill, the battle over the border wall heats up.
Speaker Pelosi launched this attack.
There's not going to be any more money in the legislation.
Oklahoma Republican Senator James Lankford told Fox's America's Newsroom Democrats must keep their word and get serious about negotiation.
At the end of the day, the Democrats who told us reopen the government for 3 weeks, and then we'll make a deal on all this border security. If they were actually lying or not telling the truth at that time period, that will be obvious to all the American people as well.
On Capitol Hill, Mike Emanuel, Fox News.
A federal judge has denied Nevada's latest request to immediately block all future shipments of weapons-grade plutonium to a nuclear security site near Las Vegas. The Energy Department disclosed for the first time yesterday that the shipment was sent sometime before November and said it doesn't intend to ship any more to the site. The state wanted the shipments blocked until potential safety and environmental risks could be reviewed further. This is Fox News.
Stop.
At Shawnee Healthcare OBGYN, you'll find a brand new state-of-the-art facility with a team of OBGYNs and nurse midwives serving all of Southern Illinois. Patient feels more comfortable with a midwife, then we can add that option to the patient.
There's a lot of women that desire a low intervention, hands-off birth, and this is something that Shawnee has allowed us to provide for our patients.
News 24/10 provides you with the day's top headlines before you head to bed. Presented in a 30-minute format, you're ready for the day that lies ahead. Stream it online or straight from the News 24 app. So before it's lights out, choose News 24 at 10.
We refuse to do things the easy way because building is what we do. Partner with us because time is money. Quality is everything. You should love where you live. Cooking with Mom. Weekend get-togethers. That's what it's about. Proudly local and here to partner with you. Right to it, 7.
TrueColor pays an incredible amount of attention to detail, and we saw that with our first building. We were in our first building for 2 years before we decided to expand. There was no question that TrueColor had to do the expansion. We had everything absolutely perfect in our original building, and we wanted to maintain that level of perfection in our expansion as well.
This month, you can get a 30 by 40 by 12 for only $27.2.
Truebuilt did my building, and they were absolutely amazing to work with. Truebuilt is without a doubt the place to go.
You do have a choice when it comes to healthcare. Southern Illinois GI Specialist in Carbondale is committed to make screening colonoscopy affordable to all, especially for patients with high deductibles and no insurance. One flat affordable fee covers all costs, including pathology services. Board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Zahor Maktoum, specializing in all GI procedures. Cost-effective outpatient procedures performed with the highest quality. Southern Illinois GI Specialist, Carbondale.
At Banterra Bank, we're open constantly with our 24/7 ATM. And with convenient, free online banking, Banterra is always open for your financial needs. With more than 30 convenient locations across Southern Illinois, Banterra is here to serve you. Banterra Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. This News 24 weather report is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Alright, sounds good. Thanks, Terry. A Mulkeytown man accused of having child porn was back in court today. Curtis Carr was supposed to go to trial next week, but according to court records, that hearing has been delayed. He'll be back in Franklin County Court in April for a pre-trial hearing. Carr is currently serving a 50-year sentence in Menard Correctional Center for sexually assaulting a child in Union County. Individuals looking to register for the Opioid Alternative Pilot Program, or OAPP, can now do so online through the Illinois Cannabis Tracking System. The OAPP, which is part of the Medical Cannabis Pilot Program, or MCPP, was created through the Alternative to Opioids Act of 2018. The OAPP allows access to medical cannabis for individuals who have or could receive a prescription for opioids as certified by a physician licensed in Illinois. The Opioid Alternative Pilot Program was designed to provide people with an option to manage their pain. Opioids can be highly addictive in a very short period of time, and this program offers qualifying individuals an alternative. The first step is for individuals to see their physician. The patient's physician must complete a certification using the Illinois Cannabis Tracking System. After the physician certification, patients will create an online user account to register online at a licensed medical cannabis dispensary or at a local health department that offers assistance. Along with the physician certification, a passport-like photo, copy of driver's license or state ID, proof of Illinois address, and $10 payments are required. Once all the required information is uploaded into the system and the payment is submitted, the individual will receive an electronic medical cannabis registry card. The registered patient must present the e-registry card at the dispensary they selected to purchase medical cannabis as soon as the same day. The OAP registration is valid for 90 days. If the physician agrees, the patient should continue to use medical cannabis. A new registration can be submitted for another 90-day period. At this time, the OAP and MCPP are two separate registration systems. An individual cannot be enrolled in both programs at the same time. Should an individual who's registered in the OAPP want to apply to the traditional MCPP, their OAP registration will be canceled at the time they submit an application to MCPP. Beginning tomorrow, individuals who apply for the traditional MCPP will receive provisional access to dispensaries for a period of not more than 90 days while IDPH reviews their application. Individuals who applied to the MCPP online between December 1st, 2018 and January 31st, 2019 will receive notification about their provisional access to a dispensary provided they applied an email. If they did not provide an email, they can obtain more information about how to update their application information via the IDPH website. The Carbondale Public Library is hosting a reading challenge for Black History Month. The library will feature African American authors in February. There are 3 different categories for the entrance based on age. Jennifer Robertson, adult program coordinator at the library, said for every book someone reads, they get entered for a chance to win prizes. Winners of the raffle will get free books from the library. You can catch all these stories and more at our website, www.news24si.com. Much more news, sports, and weather is coming up next on News 24 at 10. We'll be right back.
Silkworm has a dedication to quality that's kind of parallel.
Logo design, t-shirts, promotional products.
We always strive to keep everything as consistent as possible and make sure that they're getting the same quality across everything they do.
Our customer service is top-notch. Customers are smiling.
You'll get an email that says, hey, that was a great job.
We're doing what we're passionate about.
We can provide what you're looking for.
Come in, check out our website, sit down, talk with one of the sales reps, and discover the Silkworm way.
Silkworm, we make great first impressions last.